My name is Penelope Buitinhaus. I was born in the 60s in Toronto. I am a film director and film writer. Perfect happiness is unattainable. I think there are moments when you achieve happiness and then it's pretty fleeting. I guess when I'm content with myself and not questioning who I am and what I am. My greatest fear, I guess, is to grow old and end up in some home alone, unloved, and in despair. I most admire Frida Kahlo because she lived in so much pain and yet produced such incredible, profound art and was such a strong, outspoken woman in a time where that was not respected. I think I'd like to live in a villa in Tuscany in Italy with a cypress tree driveway and vineyards all around and a swimming pool and cute Italian men adoring me. My most obvious characteristic, I've been told, is that I'm a loudmouth and that I'm outspoken. I think I'd like the talent of a great writer to be able to write deep and profound yet entertaining films. I don't have many treasured possessions because I'm kind of a gypsy, so I don't hold on to things very long. But I guess in terms of economically, my most treasured possession is my house in Vancouver. I am a really good liar, although I have noticed when I get older, I get more secondary feelings about it after I do it. But in my business, you're always asked, like, are you working or what are you writing? And everyone's expecting you to be on top of the world all the time. So I lie to give the image of success. But also, as a child, I lied a lot because my mother was overprotective. So it became kind of ingrained. I'm excessive about traveling and then pretending that I'm working while I'm traveling. I always have to feel like I'm writing or creating something, but actually I just like to travel and explore cultures and meet new people. I think the most overrated virtue, at least in Western society and capitalistic society, is ambition. Everybody's supposed to have this incredible desire to succeed and be successful and be rich and be talked about and be famous. And in fact, it completely underrates people who are compassionate, modest, caring, and holds up people who basically will step over anybody to succeed. I'm happiest when I'm in love. And where? Well, it's been all kinds of places in the world, but I think I was that moment when you fall in love and there you have this total connection and this total feeling of warmth and lusciousness. There's nothing like it. I most dislike people who are braggarts and egotistical and can't stop talking about themselves. Particularly happens when they take coke and things like that, which there seems to be a lot of cocaine in my industry. So I don't like people who are so full of themselves. I think if I came back as a cat, that would be fantastic. Self-reliant, independent, and cute as hell. I think my karma would be to come back as a mother of 10 children, probably adopt another 7, and be completely selfless and giving and not be about me anymore. I guess my family makes me feel safe and secure. Their unconditional love and their support and their presence. If I had another career, I'd like to be an athlete, probably a hurdler. I would hate to be a store owner. I would hate to be trapped in a store every day, like hoping that some customers come in. That's the ultimate death for me. I think I'm the most satisfied when I actually get a film made. It's so challenging to get a film made, particularly today, that when I actually am shooting one, I can hardly believe that it's happening. I think I was the most satisfied when I was making my short films because the distance between the thought and the realization of the thought was short, and therefore it was immediate gratification. The characteristic I most dislike in myself is my insecurity around my work as a director. Every time I see a film and they've done an excellent job, I feel like envious that they can achieve that and that I may never be able to achieve like really profound work, or that I might make a film and people will consider it trite and redundant. So I guess it all comes down to sort of my faltering ego. I always, as a child, wanted to be an intellectual because my father was an intellectual and he always had admiring people around him thinking he was so smart. What I'd like most to do in the world is to be able to fly. So, and I mean actually free fly without a plane. So I'm not sure what we'll get to that I can actually soar across the universe, but that's what I'd like to do. Rosa Luxemburg is a big hero for me. She was a socialist in a time in the early 1900s, and there was nobody speaking like she was for feminism, for women's rights, for equality. She was unfortunately killed by the Nazis. I'm really challenged by yoga positions, in particular Bikram positions. My favorite sound are wood chimes from Bali. My favorite food is sushi. When I go to work, I look forward to coffee. I think the defining point in my career was when I made a short film called Law, about the fall of the wall. And it was the first film to be made about the fall of the wall at the Berlin Film Festival. And as a result of it, German TV came to me and said, would you like to make a feature? I didn't even have to work for it. I never relax. But I do yoga to try to relax, to try to get my head to stop churning out thoughts. What is it that I most dislike? I most dislike George Bush, but he's only a symptom. I most dislike that after all these thousands of years, humanity has not grown up. What I most like is people who are open and fearless and caring and let down their walls with each other. If you're in a situation where there's a lot of people and there's that possibility to share without needing to protect yourself. The award I'd most like to achieve is the Palme d'Or at Cannes, only because so many great filmmakers have won that award, and the Academy Awards are so political, so I'm uninterested in the Academy Awards. But Cannes, I think, most of the time recognizes real, true, good filmmaking. The motto I live by is live without fear and die with courage.